Shalom, shalom. Today is March 19th, reporting from Moab, Utah. We are day 3 of creation, and let's take a look at the armillary. So what we're looking at here today is the shadow that is coming down our north-south arm, then coming across the west-east arm right here. We can see that we have a bigger space here than we have here. This is what we want across here, is this even space. But if you compare how this has dropped in the last couple days, on the 17th, this line up through here was way up here. I don't even think it was on the arm right through the middle here. And then it dropped down a little bit yesterday, and we see it's dropped quite a bit more today. So tomorrow we'll look, and I'll be out here in the morning with Keifa looking at this and making sure we have that straight line across there. And again, you want to make sure that you have your armillary set facing due north. This arm up here needs to be due north, and there's a couple ways you can do that. Some people use the North Star, and I don't find that real reliable because it's hard to align to the North Star. A lot of people don't even know where the North Star is, if they can even see it. The best way I find to do it is you wait till midday, and the line you want is this line, our timeline here. You want that to be right in the middle. So you're going to adjust your base back and forth until this is in the middle. What this other line, your east-west line, is doing doesn't matter. It's what this line is doing. So you want this line in the middle. That's going to point you to due north at your midday. Now midday isn't noon, it's your midday. You'll have to look that up for your location. Ours right now is at what was it, babe? 120
25 and 29 seconds.
125 and 29 seconds, he said. So that's what you want to do at midday. You want to make sure that that line right up there that's facing to the north is in the middle at your midday. And then when you adjust your latitude, your angle, then that's going to give you the correct east-west reading. Okay, so the angle gives you your east-west reading, which is what we want for the seasons. And then your north-south line gives us what time it is. And so when it's in the middle, that's pointing right to your midday. And that's going to give you the direct north-south lines. So that's how I like to do it. I think it's more accurate that way. And then once I do it the first time, you can see I've drawn a little box on my table here, and I just align it back up to the original alignment. So I don't have to wait till midday every day to do it. So each season I just make a new box, or you can see I have little tag marks that I would line up sometimes. So that's how you set your armillary. And if your armillary is not looking something close to that today, then check your latitude. So, and then we come down here, see what he did this morning, and he's green. So green and red yesterday. So we see there's still quite a drop. Let's go up here where we have some blue. Here's the blue. Red was yesterday. Oh, here's one where we're really close together. So blue was the 17th, 18th, today's the 19th. So we see we're still straightening out from those 3 days. Of course, it's midday now, and we're here at midday, and you can see how close it all is. So yesterday was red, today is green. You see really close there, the 17th right above. And we'll see how it drops down. Let's see how straight it looks. This is his morning mark right here. So I like to set the straight line right kind of in the middle of it. And then we see they're popping out, and then they're popping back out. And then this is where my midday mark is, where I've set the straight line back right in the middle of the dot. So we'll check back in with him this afternoon and see how the table looks. All right, shalom, shalom. It is the evening of the 18th. Kate has been out here again all day doing the table. Oh, I want to show you before we do the table. Look at the armillary. The line's starting to straighten out. We still have, if I can get some good pictures without making a shadow, we still have a little difference in the distance between the two here. From this space to this space. You can see it really well if you're up close to it like I am. But it's definitely starting to straighten. That sun is starting to get into place. We can see that this evening. Because as Enoch says, the last night is equalized with the first day. I'm seeing a lot of people making mistakes in this order of operation, claiming that the day is equalized with the night. We're not looking at the equilux. We're looking at the equinox. Nox means night. And here we see the sun is starting to equalize this evening. And we'll get our dewy sunrise tomorrow, day 1 of the priestly year, day 4 of creation. So it's 6 o'clock here. The sun, like I said, is just getting ready to go down over our rim. So I wanted to be out here before we were in shadow. All right, so here we were this morning. And this is Kefa's first mark. And then we're going to come down and we see that we still have a little bit of a curve right as we're starting to come into midday. And I'm gonna slide this over just a little bit more so we can see where the dots line. So there, and we see it's dropping down. And then he just made the sun's moving fast right now because we're getting to the end of the day. So here's right around our midday, right in here. And then we see they're starting to separate. Here is the red and then the green. And we see how close they are right through here. But then now at the end of the day, it's starting to drop down a little bit. And that's because the red was more curved than the green. And the red flattened out closer and the blue on midday. So that's why it splits out here. It's not that the green is bowing more, it's bowing less, but there's a separation because this red was more bowed at the end of the day. So this part was curving up while midday is kind of bowing down and then the corners curve up. Okay, so and so we just made another mark here. So it's close. We see on the armillary, the sun is moving right into place there tonight. So tomorrow, with the armillary showing a straight line tonight, we will definitely have our dewy sunrise in the morning. Sorry, did I mess you up?
Mm-hmm. You done moving?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's take one more look. I'm gonna go this way. So I'm out of the. You see the green is barely on it there, and it drops down. Green drops down. Midday is still below the line, and then it goes back up into the straight line up there. So it's still curving towards the north because the sun is still on the south. So we're curving towards the north. All right, so we'll be up in the morning.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up with you in the morning. And look at this armillary. Oh, sorry. Look at this armillary and just confirm we have a straight line in the morning, but that's pretty close this evening. We're getting real close. Well, I just want to say thanks again for all your hard work, for all of us truth seekers out there that want to know when the new year is.
It's right there in the sun.
Yeah.
Just as it said.
Appreciate it. So until we see you all tomorrow, we're going to wish you
Shalom, shalom.
shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.